Hey, what up guys? Welcome back to MYRC channel. Here I am. I'm working on this TT01 drift car, two-wheel drive conversion. Hopefully you guys enjoy what you see. And let's get started, shall we? I got the sound sorted out mildly. Obviously my voice sounds like crap here, but I did get the rear suspension on, at least mocked up. I have to really work on it some because it's still pretty stiff here. It's still pretty stiff here. I'm going to work on what I can. I'm waiting for some parts to come back from Amazon, and I'll work on it. Seeing some pretty heavy distortion and the mic feed here, so I'm going to turn those down just a little bit. Alright, so I'm just going to bust out what I can on this. I got some screws, so maybe I can even at least mock the motor mount up a little bit. I don't have any M3 nuts. I'm waiting for some of those to come. But I'm really just transferring parts off of this chassis onto this new chassis, this 3D printed chassis that I got off of eBay for, I believe, 20 bucks. So it's kind of a budget build. I'd almost recommend that everybody just get a kit, the Secura 3 racing kit. It's pretty awesome. Any of the less expensive MST kits, ready to run. Like if you're really doing something budget, ready to run is kind of where it's at, because you get all your radio and stuff. Luckily I have some parts sitting around. I had a radio from a camera fixture that I have that's going to go on this. It's nothing fancy, it's a fly ski. So I'm going to see what I can do and get done what I can. I don't have everything to finish this build on hand, but I'm going to do everything that I can. Let's see what we can get done today. Man, this sounds terrible. This microphone really is crappy. Let's see. This one's getting this Unisiki 10 turn. I'm going to be putting it on this high mount motor mount kit that I got from my Japanizon. I also got this MYRC kit, the two-wheel drive conversion. Unfortunately, I got the wrong one. It didn't come with all the ball sets and stuff. So make sure if you guys order this, you guys order the more complete one. This one's just the plastic bits. You'll save quite a few bucks than trying to sort out, unless you have a huge stockpile of parts around. Some of us do, some of us don't. I did, which is why I started this thinking I did. Opening up this Unisiki 10 turn. Ooh, 10.5. Not sure how I feel about that little guy, especially these days, but you know, I didn't choose their artwork. It does come with a nice black sensor wire. This motor is pretty. It's a pretty motor. You might also notice that I'm going to take some shots in between of the build so that I can make a flyby video of it. My new phone does a great job, actually. Yeah. You guys are getting to see how it's done over here. Hi, YouTube. Alright. So, let's see. Maybe I'll work on the steering. Kind of want to get this motor attached. kind of want to put the wires down, but all the artwork is up. Let's just work on this. We got this box of screws from Amazon. Amazon is great for all the weird little random tidbits you're going to need. Not 2.5, it's a 2. Alright. So let's mount this here. And 3 button head. Little shorty. 102 already. Fingers don't work like they used to. And this, I don't even remember who made this. This high mount kit. But it goes like that. I sure wish I had some freaking nuts. My nuts will be here tomorrow, I think. Thank you, Amazon overnight delivery. Free Amazon overnight delivery. If you're in the hobby, it's definitely beneficial and worthwhile to get Amazon Prime for those needs. Could I steal some nuts from that? I don't know if I want to steal nuts from my other car, because tomorrow I'm going down to the dirt track like always. I'm going to be running my MST MYRC GT. It's the old school one with the AP Plastics Pandemonium RX7 FC, not FD body. I just put this tall wing on it. I think that I filmed some of that, so I'll be making some of that video. My batteries, these guys don't fit in this, so if you order one of these 3D printed chassis, be aware you might have to get an odd size battery for that. I had to order some batteries, which is kind of a bummer. I didn't really need batteries, any more extra batteries, but you know, whatever. That's how this custom stuff goes. So just more and more and more. Like I said, it's kind of beneficial just to buy a kit. I wanted to save some money and do this build, but there we are. So I got this motor on there. Can't really do much about that until tomorrow. Let's see, what can I work on? Probably get the steering. I got the front arms mounted. They move nice and free. That's very nice. This one sticks a little, but I think it'll move under its own weight once all the suspension is there and it has a spring on it. I also got some suspension bits on the way. Hopefully having the alloy back piece there will kind of soften all of that up and it'll move freely. We'll see. So let me get back to work on this. And it's really about transferring some parts. I think I can get the servo mounted. I'm gonna have some spare parts. If anybody needs stuff, I guess let me know. Steering. This goes off of here. Oops. Yeah. I think that all I reuse from this is the wiper bar, and I believe this guy and the bearings. Might reuse those. We'll see. I might have to order some different ones because this is aftermarket steering setup that when my dad put this car together, put in there. Yeah. Oh, come out. No. I can't even get them out. They're in there so tight. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Gracious. Wow, they are in there. They are really, really in there. That is a huge bummer. Well, let's work on it. Let's see how this goes. I might be able to get these out. Struggling with my earbuds. Apparently my ear canals have shrunk over the last couple of months. Probably all the poison they're dropping on us out of these clouds. I think I was supposed to stop talking about that stuff. Alright. Might be able to reuse those turnbuckles. Hopefully I can reuse as many parts as I can off of this. Maybe if I turn this in here like this, it'll be better. At least that wasn't tight. This. So I do have some of the stuff that I need, but not all of it. That's just how this custom stuff goes. It's always this, it's always that, and it's always a much longer endeavor than you really plan for. And it's just the way the cookie crumbles there. These are now off and in the box of stuff. I do have this really cool one-way differential. I wonder if those bearings will work on the front end. Maybe, maybe not. I think I'll just save this. If anybody needs a one-way for a TT01, let me know. How can I get these bearings out of here? I don't really have to get rid of these, I believe. And I hate doing that too. Yeah, oh man, those are in there tight. Music is silly, huh? That music is silly. I definitely need these servo mounts though. At least I have some alloy ones coming. I had really intended for this car to use the original Subaru body with it, but I also want to use this cool Tamiya Porsche body that I had made for my chick to go touring car racing with us. So I'm going to actually set it up to use both of those bodies, and that way my girl has something to play with when... Yeah. Excuse me. For when she comes and plays with us. At the drift track. Earlier I modified the original front spindle out drives. You just cut all the plastic bits off of them. You end up going from... I just put one away. So you go from something, not this, but very similar to this, to this, and then the guy in there was one of these. This turns into that when you remove the cup off of it. I don't know what happened to that part, where it went. And this chassis is basically stripped down now and will not be used. So I have that, and I still have another one somewhere that I guess I will no longer be using. I'm going to end up with a bunch of TT01 parts I'm not going to use, which is totally fine. To do this conversion with a high mount, though, to use a high mount, you have to cut the top of the original gearbox cover off, which is an interesting endeavor. And then I also didn't know what kind of gearing I was going to have to run. But you know, just like I said, it's all about learning and figuring it out as you go. The servo I got for this bad boy is somewhere in here. I'm using this JX servo, which is a cheapie. It's the PDI 4409MG. Let's see. Stall torque at 6 volts is 9.2, which I'm going to be using the Reedy black box. I think I can turn that BEC circuit up pretty high. This only takes 6 volts. Honestly, I found that with the gyros, they get less glitchy as you turn the BEC down. So that's going to be a thing. I'm going to turn that BEC down and run it nice and low. But I should be able to get this mounted. So let's do that. There's nothing to cut open on that. Alright. So this car is going to have a lot of blue and a lot of red, mismatched anodized parts. I think I might actually just end up stripping them all and running it as a let's see. Surprised to see that this servo saver crashes into that. So that's going to have to go. This servo horn will not work. I believe I have one sitting around. That's the MSP one. Maybe I can use that. But let's do this. I'm going to change this over to use hex screws because I don't really like Phillips screws. They tend to strip out easily. Get that guy on there. This guy on there. Dig out some. For these I like to use countersunk screws because they seem to grab the horns pretty good. Little mounting tab, so I'm just gonna get this going. Won't go too long, you'll not really need it. It's nice to have it nice and rigid. It's a drift car though, not a rally car, not a dirt car, you ain't doing jumps. You don't really need a super duper duper fast servo. I know I've made that mistake on this car. Didn't really need it. But you know, it's nice to have nice things. Alright, there's this. I believe this servo costs like $12. Get that in there. Well, that is a countersunk. Countersink, yes. Okay, so I want some my longer ones for this. You do want to use the appropriate screw. Make sure you're not bottoming it out and stripping out the threads by bottoming out the screws, but And I don't know if I'm going to have to use the forward or the rearward holes in this chassis. But let's just get it going and see. There's going to be a lot of finagling everything. There's always finagling everything. Everything has to be finagled into place and trimmed. Boy, it uses that entire slot. I don't know, has anybody else out there built a similar combination to this? With the MRC two-wheel drive conversion for the TT01. If you have, let me know. Let me know if there's any pointers or anything I should know. Alright, so that bottomed out before it gripped, which is okay because that's actually just putting threads in the one part. So now I gotta use a shorter screw. That's okay. It is a one of those. I guess I'll go to one of these. I don't know much about anything these days, I guess. What do you guys think about this lunar eclipse that's coming up? I know that it has some biblical stuff going on with it, and a lot of people's opinions, mine included. Supposedly, it's not going to happen again for a long, long time, that we get the 3 of them in a row, like we're about to have. Right, so I'm just mocking this up in the rearward position. And these are standard M3 screws, M3 by 0.8, I believe, thread, which is the majority of RC car screws. Let's see, M3. It doesn't even say what the pitch is. It's like 0.5 or 0.8. Those earbuds don't want to stay in. Can't even hear this song. Alright, so that's mocked up. Okay. It's mocked up. Got a steering servo in there now. I guess I could have put this on there, but I haven't centered that. I do have some basic electronics that I can use to center that servo, which I should probably go ahead and do. Let's see, where's the receiver? On this car here, I got, and I love doing it this way, I use the fuel cell, one of the fuel cell receiver boxes, right, from a crawler, just to give it that extra little detail. And then I'll take these and I'll paint it up and just kind of make it look like a real fuel cell. I mount that back here, and I'll put the receiver in there, maybe the gyro. The other car, that one there has a over-the-air programmer, which did not fit. I just mounted it to the back, but it's hidden. So the signal is always in. Steering is always channel 1. Boom, channel 1. Let me get my... This is not the ESC I'm planning on using on this, but it is handy. I'm just going to use it to center up the servo. This radio system that I have sitting around is a fly ski. I've never actually used a fly ski in a car. If you guys like them, let me know. The one I have here is freaking ancient. It's the FSGT2. It's only a 2-channel, which for this type of build is probably totally fine. If it sucks terribly, I'll update that, but it's gonna be whatever. Right now I'm just using it to center up the servo. So when you start that, always make sure you set your trims all to 0. Let's see. Trim. Okay. Let's see what we get here. It might be. It should be bound already. It totally is. And centered. I get nothing. Wow, that's something special. Well then. That's oh. You know what? It's so easy to get them turned around when they have the JX plugs. Okay. So we can't see where the LEDs are so bright. I gotta cover those up. Always set your steering trim before you attach anything. Throttle trim, so you get 0. And the steering dual rate. Boy, that servo's loud. Alright, so that is centered up. Okay. Let's see. That's gonna need an extension to use that fuel cell. It's okay. Oh, because I'm gonna have a gyro. I used on the previous incarnation of this car, or not previous incarnation, but I was trying out the Osiki, Unsiki, gyro. Here it is. This guy used one of these. My local drift track guy, Phil, he let me know they're not the best. There. It's pretty looking. But he says they don't work super fantastic. That's going to give me enough lead on this. Get this out of the way, my test electronics. I'm just going to shove these in a box somewhere. So that's got to go in there. Yeah. Let's see here. If you hook up the 3rd channel, see, signal is always to the left. It's a little tough to tell which is the signal on these plugs. But if I orientate it, it has the little tab. The tab is to the inside, and the signal wire is always to the inside, and the ground is the outside. So she hooks up like this. That's got to be in there. But I want to concentrate on the steering. So I'm going to knock out these bearings out of the old steering, or order some new ones. Yeah, that is tough. Gotta put this up on something and actually hit it. Not what I like to do. I don't like to hit stuff, especially not precision bearings. But I feel like it's just not gonna come out otherwise. So I gotta lift it up on something. So I gotta reuse those bearings and the standoffs that came with them. Boy, I hate doing that. Man, they're in there though. That's a press fit. Let's see, will it drop in there? Maybe. Maybe, we'll see. We'll see. I really hate doing this. But that did work. It loosened her up. I should probably not use my most used size on this, but if you guys are, oh yeah, she came out. There it is. Alright, does it fit? Does it fit? Let's see, let's see. Yes, it does. And there's that. This is just a 1/4 inch screwdriver. One of those 1/4 inch drive screwdriver handles. Bearings seem to slide out of this just fine. I'm probably damaging the crud out of this bearing. Let's press it out somewhere. There's probably a way better way to do this. I'm just not privy to it. If you guys know a better way, let me know, because I would love to not be doing damage to these bearings. That's why I'm using not a real hammer. I need these bearings. Okay, one of these guys. I don't know which side's the top and which side's the bottom. That's the prettier side, but the left and the rights are mirrors of each other. So there's going to be a pretty side up and an ugly side up anyways. Oh yeah. Right. Let's see here. And that was, what screw was that? I don't even know. Let's get a ball stud on here. I should have a driver for this somewhere, but I don't. I do. I have a driver for this somewhere. Oh, I let my stuff go to this crazy mess again because I was working on my little girl's Power Wheels Jeep earlier. I boosted it up to 20 volts and put some undercarriage lights on it, and then my girl gave her a Bluetooth speaker. Her mama gave her a Bluetooth speaker so that she could have some tunes in it, and it is actually pretty cool. It's a cool project. I probably should have made a video about that, but I didn't. So, sorry to tell you about it and not be able to show you about it. Here's what I was looking for. Let's see here. These are... That happens to be a 5.5. You know, some people complain about these rationing kits. This one's, oh yeah, an Eco Power one. It's the same exact thing as the Traxxas drivers, and I actually enjoy using these. To me, they work really well. Because how nice is it just to do this? Right. There's that. This is now installed. Okay. I don't know what size screw this is going to be. That one looks pretty good. Alright. This on there. They did say to, like, pre-run screws down these holes on those 3D printed kit. I have not been having problems with it, so I'm just kind of going with it. Just kind of going with it, boys. I ain't got nobody on my feed here other than myself on my monitor. Hopefully people will pop in